Hey everybody, Danny Maude here. Thanks for joining us this week. I am really excited because I've got an exercise that I'm sure you're going to absolutely love. If you slice the golf ball or even hook the golf ball, maybe struggle with a bit of distance, this one drill could make a big difference. I've shared many drills on my channel, but this one I really like because of its simplicity and its success rate. So I'm going to share with you what it is in this week's training. It's a little surprising, so bear with me, but yeah, you'll love it. So before I get into the training, look, if you're new to the channel and this is one of your first videos of mine, please consider subscribing. Press that little bell button next to the subscribe button. You get notified every time I release a video just like this one. Plus, if you enjoy the video, I also did a summary of this video, plus a full practice plan that as a subscriber, you can download completely for free in the description box below. So let's get started with the video. Now, one of the things I find, if you're trying to get rid of your hook or your slice or you're trying to hit it straight, I see a lot of golfers and they've got a lot of control. They're very static in their lower bodies. If you're static in your lower body, it can cause some major problems. I see it with all ages, from the young to some of my senior players. They're just a little bit too still here. They're almost a bit scared. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but gets a bit scared of moving away because they're scared of maybe swaying, or if they don't stay still, they're less likely to strike the ball correctly, etc. But nothing could be further from the truth. I'm going to share with you in this week's training what we've got to do. So one of the things I want you to do now is this. I want you to add motion in these feet. You've got to keep moving. If I'm tossing a ball, you know, it's my legs that initiate this whole motion. If I'm throwing over here, it's my legs that initiate it. Playing tennis, it's my legs that initiate it. All the time. Walking, it's my legs that initiate it, all right? So we've got to get these legs working and add some motion. So this simple drill will look a bit strange to start with, but bear with me because I'm going to show you how you introduce it to a golf course. Now, all it is a basically walking drill where we're adding motion to the shot. And all we're going to do is this. I'm going to step to the shot, I'm going to walk in, I'm going to put the left foot down, right foot down, swing. And you could even start to kind of chime a rhythm with it, maybe 1 and 2. So it's 1 and 2, and then go. So you're literally creating this natural motion. Look at this. 1, 2, go through. Suddenly, 1, 2, and go through. This is what you want to start to kind of almost a little mantra you want to be saying to yourself. Ready? So we're going to go 1, 2, and go through. Simple as that. Now, you're going to be asking me, how are you supposed to hit a ball out of the center of the golf club by moving that much? But really, I'm not moving that. You've seen it on camera now. Am I moving loads? Not really. Once I'm in, I'm planted, I'm centered because I'm in balance. But what I'm doing is by doing this motion, everything is in order. I'm almost naturally in order. It's left, 1 and 2 and go. Very different to all the problems that you might get into when you start to do this. You take it away with your hand, you get stuck around here. This is all hands led. Okay, the golf swing is a foot to hand motion. You start with your feet and it leads up to the hands, right? So let's have another look at that. But what we'll do now is this. You've seen that motion, we don't need to repeat that again. I would literally do that and I'd spend a good half an hour just work on hitting golf balls like that. You know, yes, you won't find the right distance from the golf ball. Some might come off the toe, some might come off the heel to start with. But just get the whole sensation, right? Then what you can do is you can cut that down a little bit, and we're going to get to your slices and your hookers in a second, so there's an adaptation of this, so bear with me. So what you then do is this. You get yourself set. I'll show it from this angle first. You get yourself set in a normal position. Then what we're going to do is this. We're going to simply push into the left side on my lead side and then go back. So it's like 1, 2. So literally, what we've proven now with a lot of these force plates with the best players is there's always a little bit of pressure goes to the lead side first, and it's like they're rebounding off there. So watch this. 1, and use the lead side as a springboard. Don't try and swing from a static position. Let's have a look at this in action. So I get myself set. And 1, 2. Look at that, straight as a board. So I'm giving myself a springboard. This has been very natural in my game for a long time, but this really adds motion to what you're doing. So let's have a now look at how you can start to do this in a way that maybe gets rid of your hook and your slice. So let's start with the slices first. So think about it this way. If we're going to do the step exercise here, right? Where would you step to? So slices, what do slices do? Slices come out and across the ball. Where are they swinging? this way. Where do you need to swing if you slice? This way. You need to feel like you're swinging more to the right-hand side, because the opposite to a slice is what? A draw or a hook, yeah? So watch this. I'm now going to step this way. Now, where would this foot step if I wanted to swing that way? It's going to step backwards, isn't it? So for those of you who might struggle with a bit of rotation, this is great too. Watch this. So I'm going to step, step, go. Look at this in action. Step, step, go. Find that rhythm and look where I'm going. Now, let's have a look at that in action so we get ourselves set. Step, step, go. Look at the motion. Have you see that? Lovely little draw, yeah? Because I'm literally creating it. Slices, if you're slicing the golf ball, you know that you come over the top. Get this motion, then you're going to create the energy, the pressure going towards the right-hand side, which is going to initiate that motion, that curve, the opposite, right? Now, if you hook the ball, it's the opposite, isn't it? So what's the opposite to a hook? If you hook the ball, you're swinging too much to the right. So you're going to need to swing a little bit more down to the left-hand side. So watch this. And where am I going to step now? I'm going to step more to my left-hand side. I'm going to step here and step where? Over this way. Yes, I'm literally going to get that sensation of going back and through. Now, for those of you who are watching this thinking, there's a lot of movement going on, stay with me on this one because I've got something else coming. So watch this. Now I don't want to hook the ball, I'm going to step, step, my foot's going this way because I want to swing more down this line now as opposed to the right. Watch this. Step, step, go. Right, so it's it'll feel strange, probably looks a little bit strange, doesn't it, adding motion. You think, how is this going to be consistent? But really, really trust me, the way you shift your pressure in the golf swing has, one, in terms of its organization, and two, in where it goes, has a direct result in the easiness in your golf swing, the coordination, and also the direction. So if you're slicing it, you've got to shift pressure more this way, and if you're hooking it, you've got to shift pressure more this way. Play around, experiment with it, all right? Now, clearly, you don't necessarily want to be doing those kind of movements on a golf course, so then how do you transfer those sensations? Well, whenever you exaggerate it, you've got to then kind of fine tune it. So spend, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, a few practices just working on those motions, allowing from the dodgy strikes to happen just to get a feel. And then what I would do is then just gradually speed the whole process up. So it becomes more like this. Watch this. Step, step, go. So you kind of, in a sense, not speed it up, but you slow it down just a little bit. Now look at, I called him Old Man Pat. Check out Golf Vlogs UK. This is where Pat is. He does some amazing stuff. Look at his swing. Look at how he does this exact drill. For me, this is his secret sauce. Just check it out. Amazing, isn't it? He steps in, as soon as that right foot plants, off he goes. This is how he, as a senior golfer, generates some serious power and consistency. So just slow the whole thing down until eventually it's 1, 2, go. Add the pressure where you want to go with this. So if you feel like you're slicing it, just feel like when you're stepping in, you're going step, step, and you're swinging it, or swinging the pressure in a different direction, and it will all start coming together. So for the early slices out there, I'm going to do the same now. Watch this. I'm going to slow it all down. Step, step, go. And there we go. I've got pressure moving this way, and then I've got, for me, this lovely, lovely draw shape. So learn to move in the golf swing. Learn to get those feet working. Learn to get them working first. Yes, it's going to feel strange. Yes, you're going to feel awkward. You're going to probably feel like, I'm moving way too much, but I promise you, put yourself on camera. You've just seen me. Does it look like I'm moving all over the place? The ball flight would definitely say not, all right? So, in summary, what have you got to do? You've got to start off by literally get into a rhythm, maybe 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Get in that order. Don't worry about whether you strike it, good or bad start. Just feel 1, 2, go. Almost 1 and 2 and follow through, that kind of thing. Once you've done that, then if you slice the ball, as you said, shift the pressure 1, this way, yeah? More that away, so that you can go countering your slice, or vice versa. You hook the ball, step, step, this way, you know? You're countering the curve that you're putting on these shots. Then simply slow that whole motion down into a system where you're going 1, 2, go. So now you've got a little bit more control in what you're doing, but you must have done the work just before you get to that point. So I really hope you enjoy this training. Of course, look, remember, there's a full practice plan and summaries and lesson notes that you can take to the driving range right now and practice, so you don't have to remember it all. But of course, look, if you enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with somebody who you think could really benefit from this training. And of course, look, if you're new to the channel, come and join me next week by subscribing and pressing that bell button. It's completely free. But until next week, have a wonderful golfing week.